Stop everything you're doing right now. What if everything you thought you knew about death were nothing more than a grand illusion? Imagine an ancient manuscript that not only explains what lies beyond life, but actually guides your consciousness through every critical moment of the transition from life to what comes after. This is the radical promise of the Tibetan Book of the Dead, a sacred text composed over 1,000 years ago, whose wisdom reaches across time to illuminate the mystery of death, rebirth, and the eternal journey of the soul. At the core of this extraordinary work lies a revolutionary insight. Death is not an abrupt termination but a profound metamorphosis, a passage into realms where the boundaries between life, death, and rebirth blur into one continuous, transformative experience. Tibetan Buddhism teaches that the journey after death unfolds in distinct phases known as the bardas. These are transitional states that define not only the moment of physical death but also the dynamic, ever-changing passages of our everyday existence. In the Book of the Dead, 3 primary bardas are outlined, each offering unique challenges and opportunities for liberation and growth. The first bardo is the moment of death itself, a singular, luminous instant when the pulse of the body begins to fade. Picture that final heartbeat as your physical senses dissolve into darkness, only to be suddenly replaced by a searing, unfiltered brilliance. The clear light. This light is not merely an illusion or a fleeting hallucination. It is the pure, unadulterated essence of your own consciousness, shining forth as the ultimate reflection of who you truly are. In that instantaneous burst, all the truths of existence are laid bare. If you can recognize this clear light as the very core of your being, you unlock the potential for liberation, a chance to free your soul from the endless cycle of birth and rebirth. However, if you fail to grasp this moment of clarity, you are destined to enter the subsequent, more tumultuous stages of the journey. Immediately following this profound encounter is the second bardo, the realm of visions. Here, the veil between the internal and external dissolves completely, ushering you into an extraordinary theater of images and symbols. In this state, you become immersed in a swirling, dynamic panorama of visions that oscillate between serene deities and formidable, wrathful figures. Each image, each spectral apparition, is not an independent being but a direct projection of your own inner world. The benevolent figures, resplendent in their infinite compassion and luminous beauty, mirror the highest aspects of your inner self, the latent wisdom and love that you have yet to fully awaken. In stark contrast, the wrathful deities, fierce and intense, embody every hidden fear, every unhealed wound, every attachment that has kept you confined in darkness. This second bardo is a dramatic confrontation with your own psyche, a trial by fire where you must face the totality of your emotional and spiritual self. The question that arises in this realm is both simple and profound. Will you have the courage and clarity to recognize these apparitions as nothing other than reflections of your own mind? Or will you be overwhelmed by them, succumbing to the chaos of unacknowledged emotions and unresolved conflicts? Then, you arrive at the third bardo, the threshold of rebirth, a state both chaotic and creative, where the raw material of your entire existence coalesces to form the blueprint of your next life. Imagine standing at a cosmic crossroads where every thought, every unexpressed desire, every fragment of karmic residue from your past life gathers to shape the future that awaits you. In this state, your disembodied consciousness acts as a magnetic force, drawing in the countless impressions, emotions, and memories that will ultimately determine your next incarnation. It is a realm where the cumulative weight of every decision, every fleeting emotion, and every act of kindness or anger exerts a tangible influence on the destiny of your soul. Here, even the smallest moment of mindfulness can shift the balance between liberation and continued entrapment in the cycle of rebirth. The true genius of the Tibetan Book of the Dead is that its teachings are not reserved solely for the final moments of life. Rather, the wisdom of the Bardos extends into every facet of our daily existence. Every moment of uncertainty, every decisive crossroads in life, is in itself a miniaturized bardo, a transient yet potent opportunity for awakening. Modern accounts of near-death experiences, in which individuals describe encounters with an overwhelming, all-encompassing light and meetings with figures both divine and mysterious, echo these ancient teachings. These experiences suggest that the journey of the soul is not halted by the cessation of bodily functions. Instead, it is a continuous process of transformation and revelation that can occur at any moment. This sacred text, then, serves as much as a guide for the living as it does for the dying. It is a clarion call to embrace the impermanence of life and to live each moment with heightened awareness and purpose. By understanding that every fleeting second is imbued with the potential for transcendence, you learn to approach life as a series of precious opportunities for spiritual growth. Each act of kindness, each moment spent in mindful meditation, contributes not only to your well-being in this life but also to the very fabric of your future incarnations. The Tibetan Book of the Dead invites you to reframe death not as an ending to be feared but as the ultimate teacher, a gateway to liberation and a catalyst for living with passion, clarity, and a deep sense of purpose. For centuries, Tibetan Buddhist practitioners have dedicated their lives to mastering the art of awareness. Their rigorous meditative practices, often spanning decades, are designed to prepare the mind for the inevitable encounter with the clear light. Techniques such as consciousness transference are not about clinging to life but about directing your awareness with precision, even in the final moments. These practices transform the act of dying into a deliberate, conscious passage, one that holds the promise of enlightenment rather than despair. In preparing for death in this way, you learn to live each day as though it were both a rehearsal and an integral part of the grand journey of the soul. Yet, the path to liberation is fraught with challenges. The very forces that offer the promise of transcendence can also become the obstacles that bind you to a cycle of suffering if you are not prepared. In the second bardo, for example, if you fail to recognize the deities and demons as mere reflections of your inner self, these powerful images can overwhelm you. Instead of serving as mirrors that reveal the hidden depths of your consciousness, they may become inescapable chains, anchoring you in fear, confusion, and repeated cycles of rebirth. The teachings of the Book of the Dead are thus a stern reminder that the journey to liberation requires not only spiritual practice, but also an unflinching confrontation with every aspect of your being, both the radiant and the shadowed. This profound confrontation is not unlike the insights of modern psychology. Visionaries such as Carl Jung understood that the gods and demons of myth are, in fact, archetypes born from the collective unconscious, universal symbols that reflect the inner realities of every human soul. In the vivid and dramatic imagery of the Bardos, you encounter these archetypes in living form. The clear light represents the pure potential of the self, while the luminous deities and fearsome demons embody the full spectrum of human experience, from the heights of spiritual ecstasy to the depths of primal fear. Embracing these symbols with honesty and compassion is the key to integrating all parts of your psyche and, ultimately, to breaking free from the repetitive cycle of karmic rebirth. Imagine, then, a life where every challenge is not an insurmountable obstacle but a doorway to higher consciousness. What if the moments that once filled you with dread and uncertainty were reinterpreted as opportunities to uncover the hidden brilliance of your soul? The Tibetan Book of the Dead dares you to see beyond the conventional boundaries of life and death. It challenges you to recognize that the very act of living is a continuous invitation to awaken, to shed the layers of fear and delusion that obscure your true nature, and to step boldly into a realm of infinite possibility. This is the call to awaken that the ancient masters have extended to countless seekers over the centuries. It is a call to embrace each moment as sacred, to recognize that every breath, every heartbeat, is imbued with the potential for transformation. In this light, life becomes a dynamic interplay of creation and dissolution, where every action ripples across the continuum of existence. The practice of mindfulness is not merely a tool for stress relief. It is the very art of preparing the soul for its greatest adventure. By living each day with deliberate intention, you are, in essence, training yourself to navigate the ultimate journey with clarity, courage, and unwavering resolve. As you delve deeper into the teachings of the Tibetan Book of the Dead, you begin to see that the boundaries between life and death are far more permeable than you ever imagined. The text does not offer a simplistic, binary view of existence. Rather, it paints a picture of reality as a fluid continuum, where every moment is a transformative experience. Whether you are on the brink of physical death or simply facing a critical juncture in your daily life, the same fundamental principles apply. The clear light, the radiant deities, the fearsome demons, all are facets of the same underlying truth, that you are an eternal being, capable of transcending the limitations imposed by time, space, and the material world. In embracing this truth, you reclaim your power over your destiny. The journey of the soul is not dictated by forces beyond your control, but is shaped by the choices you make in every waking moment. Each act of mindfulness, every moment of self-reflection, serves as a stepping stone toward liberation. By confronting your inner demons and embracing the luminous aspects of your being, you pave the way for a life defined not by fear and uncertainty, but by profound clarity and limitless possibility. So, ask yourself, how would your life transform if you truly understood that every moment, every seemingly insignificant decision, was an integral part of your eternal journey? What if the challenges you face are not punishments, but invitations to awaken to your highest self? The Tibetan Book of the Dead offers no easy answers, but it does provide a roadmap, a guide that challenges you to see beyond the illusion of separation and to recognize that the luminous, clear light of your true nature is always within reach. Embrace this ancient wisdom with an open heart. Allow yourself to be guided through each bardo, knowing that every transitional phase holds the potential for renewal and liberation. Live each day as if it were both a preparation for the ultimate journey and a celebration of the infinite possibilities that reside within you. In doing so, you transform not only the moment of death but the entirety of your life, weaving a tapestry of experiences that reflect the true essence of who you are. May you walk this sacred path with courage and grace, ever mindful of the radiant clear light that illuminates every step. And as you navigate the ever-shifting landscapes of your inner world, may you find in each encounter the gentle deities, the formidable demons, the swirling visions, a profound invitation to awaken to your most authentic self. For in the interplay of light and shadow lies the secret to transcending the cycle of rebirth and embracing the eternal dance of creation and transformation. The journey is yours, and every breath is a chance to redefine your destiny. Step forward with unwavering resolve, and let the wisdom of the Tibetan Book of the Dead guide you toward a life of profound purpose, limitless love, and infinite possibility.